Hi there, everyone. This is Sharon for Self Care You Nugget. And so it is depends on where you are in the world. It is like late in the evening. And so I am on Facebook. Um, I'm about to say my page, but my main Facebook account. And I'm on YouTube. So remember to like and share. And also, remember to put in the comment of how this resonates with you, share it with others who you think may benefit from it. And I am also on the Facebook group Self Care Entrepreneur. Those who pretty much have a desire or who are practicing self care and know that it is the way for success. Yes, it is. And so, one of the things I'm doing, because most of the time I do these lives late at night. So, I'm kind of doing two things. I have bought a tripod for my iPad and didn't realize that, or shall I say, definitely, I am delighted that it also comes with a something for my phone, and so I'm able to do both at the same time. Now, the thing is, I gotta check. I'm not live on Instagram, and that's mainly because it has more to do with my phone. It's something about the memory, and Instagram just keep you know popping me off. But anyway, so what I wanted to do is to check in with you guys, is to check in with everyone. But if anything, I want you to check in with yourself. And so I may be moving things around a little bit, especially when it comes to the phone, just kind of see the different angles. Of course, I will not be looking directly into the phone at all times because I would be looking into the iPad phone, into the iPad. And so the title of this is What's in Your Practice? And one thing that I realize is that I'm always talking about self care, but then I'm not always sharing what I do, or I may verbally share, but may not always share it in my practice. And that's one of the things that I would do better on. And this is why I wanted to get something for my iPad, because I do like recording. I say from Zoom because it does some really cool things on my iPad as compared to my phone, and it's different than when I'm just on the camera. Anyway, why am I saying all of that? Because that's part of self care too. Is things, anything in your life of how you can make things better for yourself and how you can improve, how you can evolve. And so it's pretty much, hey, how can I work better? How can I be better? Is this going to really help me out? And y'all, guess I can. Anyway, what I'm saying is, no, that may not be a good sight there. This is just so cool. Anyway, I wanted to get a shot, so yes, I had to move. But the main thing is what I really want to talk about is what is in your practice. And one of the things I want you to know is it's just as important to know what's in your practice and to know what's not in your practice. Because of the fact the very thing that's not in your practice could be the thing that may need to be in your practice. Such as we all know how important exercise is, how important it is for you to eat healthy. More so, how important it is for you to not only have a vision, but the steps that you are actually doing towards your business, towards your vision every day, whether or not, and you've heard me say this before, it's like I know, like for individuals who have a 9 to 5, it pretty much seems like, your job and your life is different. But hopefully, it's an extension of who you are. Because as they say, it's that when your work is just a part of you, I mean, you're not really working, you're doing something that you really love. So I hope and I trust that what you do during the day, I'm saying during the day, but at work is this is a part of you, an extension of you, something that you really love to do. And believe me, I know there are times you may be in certain environments that may not be in alignment with you. Believe me, even I, in the mental health field, have experienced that. And so, one thing I can say is adjust or remove yourself. And so that's a part of your practice as well. So, what are the things that you're doing to align yourself in different environments, align yourself in different ways to align? And the main thing is to align yourself with you, to align yourself where you need to be in all of that. And so, and so, in saying that, it is really so important. I'm telling you, when it comes to our health, when it comes to our mind, when it comes to our soul, in that, it is the most important thing. It may not seem like it may seem like it's separate, but the more that you pour into yourself, the more you'll be able to really live in joy and to be in harmony. And believe me, no matter how good of a person you are, no matter how much you pray, no matter how much of all the good things that you do, no one is exempt from the challenges of life. And sometimes some of those things come about so that we can get deeper within ourselves, get deeper within our soul, so that we can be a better version of ourselves. Because we cannot be the best version of ourselves or where we are. And it's kind of like level up, level up, level up. We say those things while we're really ready. And one thing I can say is that once I stepped out in faith, in that as this continues to go, learning so many different things of myself. But it's not just what I'm learning, it's what I'm doing. And I was like, oh yeah, I'd like to take my time, but let me tell you, part of our practice is we cannot always be taking our time. We cannot always be taking our time. We really can't. And so one thing that I'm learning is that sometimes you need to be able to make a decision right there, be able to look at things and say, hey, this is where we're going, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm not doing. And so that is a part of self-care. You're like, what does that have to do with practice? Again, what you practice or even what you don't practice could be hurting you. Again, what you are practicing could be hurting you, and what you're not practicing could be hurting you. And you're like, Sharon, I don't have any time. But do you have time of not to be well? Do you have time of when things happen in dealing with having regrets? I'll just say that in having regrets. And I'm not saying we're not going to have any regrets at all. I'm not saying that at all, okay? But what I am saying is that make the best decision that you can. Go ahead and look and find things. And sometimes people may try and say, hey, life is so hard. And one thing that I can say as well of how much we want to be in this, and not saying that it's not, in this wonderfulness of things. But there are so many people who have different things going on. So again, no one is exempt, but it's still to move on. This is why we need the practice. And whatever that practice is for you. And when I say the practice, I'm not even just talking about how much I love being and talking about yoga and meditation and exercise and personal training and all of those wonderful things. And we need those practices as well. But our practice can be getting up at the same time every morning, writing things down. Our practice could be calling someone or following up. A practice can be, it can be really anything, but it's those things, again, the things that we don't do or the things that we do that can even help you in life or not help you in life. And so you really are the person that you've been waiting for. You're the person who can really help, even though other people can motivate us and can be an inspiration. And we can say that that person has changed our lives. But you know what? It really is you. It's just that you've been at a place where you're able to hear that person because of the fact there are times that same person could come into your life and you may not be ready. And so I want you to be ready to be able to step into someone's life where you can be an inspiration because someone is waiting for you. And this is where your practice come to be. So what is in your practice that is allowing you to walk into your purpose and allowing you to live and enjoy your purpose along the way? And it's almost kind of like there really isn't a final destination. There really isn't. Each place is a destination. You have multiple destinations. And so to me, that's what the practice is. It's like, let me get ready for this next destination. How about that? Ooh, that sounds like a topic that we'll be talking about in for Self Care You Nuggets. And so again, thank you for joining me, for those who join me live. And for those who join me for the replay, and if you're for the replay, say replay, and also, let me know what you think about all of this, and keep your eye open for updates, for workshops, for consultations, especially financial consultation, because we all need that, because that is definitely something that needs to be in our practice. But that's another self-care you nugget. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on and say hi, self-care family, and remember, you are the key to your own success and the key to help others succeed as well. So see you next time.